I would like to start out by welcoming all of you here this evening, and thank you for joining us for the Grand Canyon Council Back to Pack preview. We had the opportunity to roll this concept out to many of our units this last Saturday, but this is something that we feel is so impactful that we set up this evening so we can share it with all of our units who maybe didn't have the chance to join us, or some of those that may want to get some of that additional information. Tonight I have joining with me Patrick Gamble, the district executive from the Ponderosa district. I'm happy to have Patrick here in particular to help me present on this evening. I'll introduce myself in just a second, but I'll turn it over to Patrick to introduce himself. Patrick, take it away.
Yeah, my name is Patrick, and I'm the district executive in Ponderosa District. So I live up in Flagstaff. I'm enjoying a 70-degree weather day, and it's beautiful. We had snow on Monday, so as Arizona weather extremes go, we're right there with you. And I grew up in scouting in Grand Canyon Council. I got my Eagle Scout in 1994 at Troop 619 in the now Pinnacle Peak District. But don't get me wrong, Flagstaff is where I learned to love scouting. And I spent 6 years at Camp Raymond and was an Order of the Arrow chief and all kinds of things in scouts. And I love scouting, and that's why I'm so glad to be here tonight.
Wonderful. As I shared earlier, very happy to have Patrick here with me. My name is Matthew Hill. I'm a field director with the Grand Canyon Council, and like Patrick, I had the opportunity to grow up in the scouting program, and I'm forever appreciative and thankful for what scouting has taught me. And the opportunity I've had over the last couple of years to work professionally with scouting, I've been able to see how that impacts the lives of thousands and thousands of scouts in our communities and our state, and really across the entire nation. And I get asked ever so often what scouting did most for me, and what I learned most from scouting. And I have a hard time answering that question, because scouting has made me the type of person that I am. I'm a product of the scouting program, and it's a blessing for me to be able to pay it forward in a way to help make sure that as many scouts as possible have the opportunities that I had to participate in scouting and to learn the things that I had learned. The principles in the Scout Oath and the points in the Scout Law are simply who I am. That's how I was brought up through the scouting program, and I hope that all of us here as scouters can continue to do that same thing and instill the values of the oath and law in our scouts, so we can have great future leaders, community members, and individuals who can help us to accomplish great things. And so I once again thank all of you for joining us here tonight, so we can share with you a little bit about Back to Pack. So I wanted to start out by sharing with you guys a little bit of the concept of the Back to Pack. One of the things that us as the Grand Canyon Council does, we talk with councils all across the nation and learn from them what some of the best practices are, and engage with them to figure out what's working effectively for them, what can we learn, and then carry back to our units. This is just one of those things that we have learned from many councils across the nation. And so this is best practices that we learn from them that we are hoping to roll out to our units to help them accomplish some great things. And we'll talk about the purposes of the Back to Pack in just a moment. But at the beginning of every single school year, our packs in particular get a fresh start. We literally have new life coming into our packs through fall recruitment. And so this is a great time for us to revitalize our packs, who by and large have struggled a lot through COVID, and have struggled a little bit more than our troops and our crews and our ships have, to get re-engaged and to get active once again. And there's some packs that are doing great, some packs that are struggling a little bit more. And while the Back to Pack concept, we're going to speak specifically to Cub Packs, for those who do work with troops, crews, and ships, these same principles can be applied to your units, just changing the wording a little bit. But these practices can apply to much more than just packs. But as we go through that fresh start in the new year, when we're bringing in new scouts, it's all of that recruitment. Sometimes we forget to celebrate those returning families and ensure that all of them have had the opportunity to re-engage with us and join for another great year of scouting. So not only are we hoping to re-engage all of our families and help them return for another year of scouting, but we also hope to engage the full family of scouting and set that new tone that every family isn't just invited, but expected to play an active role. And that's really one of the main purposes of our Back to Pack, is to help all of our packs have more volunteer leaders. We frequently hear from our Cub Packs that they have three key struggles as we meet with them. One of those being the number of volunteers that they have. The other is growing their unit recruitment, and then also just planning what can be a pretty complex program. Those who are experienced in scouting for a while start to learn the vernacular and learn all the ins and outs of the program, but as you're new, it can be difficult to understand how to plan the program. So with the Back to Pack event, we hope that all of our packs this summer can hold an event in July. Many times it's a late July pack event, but an event in July with the purpose of re-engaging all of your returning families. Different than our recruitment that comes in August, this is going to be an internally focused pack event. It could likely be your summertime activity or your July pack meeting, but we don't want it to feel like a regular pack meeting, and we'll share some things as to how we're going to make it different from a normal meeting. But focusing on three main purposes through the Back to Pack event: to welcome and recommit our families, engage them as volunteers, and share plans for a great new year of scouting. Before we really dive into some of the setup and stuff like this, I'm going to turn it over to Patrick to talk about how we should actively promote this event. And so with that, I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Gamble.
All right, yeah. So, in scouting, we create the most incredible adventures and events for our scouts, but we might have a little bit of trouble promoting those things. So what we'd love to do for Back to Pack is to make sure that everybody gets a personal invitation and a phone call, right? Because if you just send out a lot of emails, they may just go into a box or just be another email. But that personal phone call really does make a difference. And from our end of the council, we'll end up sending it out. If you give us your emails, we'll end up sending out emails for you too. And the other cool thing we're going to do with Back to Pack this summer is that we're going to do a postcard out from the council for every family that's in your pack. So what we need from you to get that going, in 3 weeks out from your Back to Pack event, please send us all the information about where your event's going to be and where they can come and join you for their exclusive reintroduction to scouting for the new school year. Here's a copy of the postcard. Matt did a really nice job there. Really like that. And as you can see, it gives the date and time and an email address there for your Cub Master, right? So that they can give you some information. And then we actually included the QR code for the council newsletters, just so we want to make sure that everybody gets that, because there's a lot of great information that is in that.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. And we're excited to be able to promote this event with you and making sure that every single family has the opportunity to participate. So as I had shared a little bit earlier, this activity that we're wanting our packs to hold in July, it can run much like a normal pack meeting. As shared earlier, this could be a good time to do your summertime activity as a pack. But we want this to feel a little bit different, and we want to celebrate the families that are returning. We have a lot of focus in the following months of August and September, where we celebrate our new families and make them feel welcome as we bring them into the pack. But this event in July for your pack is going to be specifically for those who are returning. beyond our normal preparation, and Patrick kind of hit the nail on the head that we scouters do a great job at hosting events. We're some of the best event planners around because we plan events on a weekly basis. We plan big events monthly and huge events annually. So we aren't here tonight to tell you how to run a pack meeting and run an activity. And we're going to share some resources that give some ideas of activities that you can do. But I wanted to highlight some special preparation that your pack should do to get ready to meet the purposes of this event and make sure that you're well prepared. And we're going to have some great resources that we share out after this and available on our website that can help you in preparation for these. So the first item of special preparation that we hope our packs can prepare is an annual calendar highlighting the big key events that you have throughout the year. At this event, you want the families to walk away with an idea of what they should be blocking off on their schedule, what things they look forward to this year, make them feel excited that they've decided to continue in another year of scouting. Here on the screen, there's a sample calendar that we put together. This is a fictional pack. There's some real information on there, such as, you know, a real charter partner that we have. All the phone numbers are fictional. But where this sample calendar can be beneficial for you, especially for our newer leaders, our younger packs, is the second or bottom sheet that you see there. This is a quality sample calendar for a pack that may be looking for a guide on what things they should be planning throughout the year. So this resource is available at grandcanyonbsa.org/back-to-pack. We'd love for you to look at this calendar, use it as a guide to come up with some good activities for your pack. We highlighted some of the council activities through there and shared some best practices from packs. Additionally, we're not only sharing this as a filled out complete calendar, as you see here on your screen, but we're sharing this as an editable version as well. This was created through PowerPoint, designed to be printed out front to back and then folded as a one-sheet handout for your families as they come to your event. So we encourage you use this resource as you begin your preparation, if you haven't already done so, to plan all of your activities for your pack this next year. Item number 2 of special preparation is a leadership chart. And this piece is going to be critical to engaging more volunteers. We want every family that attends the back-to-pack to not only commit to participate, but also commit to volunteer. We should be setting a tone with our families that every family participates in some way. It doesn't mean that every family is a future Cub Master, but that means that everybody's going to help out and take their turn at doing something for the pack. A small responsibility may be bringing the refreshments to a couple of pack meetings. A large responsibility may be like running the entire Pinewood Derby or Blue and Gold celebration. But we want to make sure that we share with the families that they need to participate in the family program that is Cub Scouts. 2 resources that we prepared and are sharing with all of you. Also available at the Back-to-Pack website. But first is a leadership list. In speaking with different packs all across the council, we came up with this common list of the most common positions within packs. As you look at your pack, determine the size of your pack. And if you have 36 scouts in your pack, you should have 36 positions available in your pack, ranging from small to large, full year commitments to short-term commitments, so everybody can put their name on the list to show that they're gonna participate. One of the things to note on this list is you look at it and review it. Many of these positions may benefit from an assistant or benefit from someone who can help with a certain aspect of that role. For example, we have listed on here for someone to be in charge of the fall family camp. It may be wise for the pack to identify some additional roles to help the fall family camp chair that may range from coordinating transportation, getting maps out, promoting the event, and things like that. But in addition to reviewing this list, we also have a sample chart available that shows what we're looking for our packs to have ready at this event. Create a leadership chart if you don't already have one that shows the positions that are filled within your pack. As you'll see on the sheet that we shared here, there's some highlighted in yellow positions. These are the vacancies with our fictional pack here that we want to highlight as the families are attending this event and sharing with them. These are the roles that we need. This is where we need some help, and this is where you have the opportunity to get engaged. We're sharing this as both the sample chart. We'll upload this as an editable version as well. This one in particular was created through Word, but we hope this can serve as a guide to help you identify the vacancies that you have and also guide your families to commit to a volunteer role. The last of the special bits of preparation that we would have at our Back to Pack event is a method to collect dues. This is going to aid your unit with recharter. I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about this special preparation because this is going to be unique to you and unique to your pack. Every pack kind of collects their dues just a little bit different, but we encourage that you use the Back to Pack event as a time to collect your dues, especially the national dues and the council fees, so you can take care of your recharter in the month of July, as the recharter deadline is the last day of July. So I'm going to turn it over to Patrick once again to talk to us how we can set this event up in a way to make sure that we are once again fulfilling those purposes. Patrick.
Yeah, absolutely. So again, we don't want to plan out the actual event, but we're going to give you some suggestions on how to get that herd of people that you want to pass by 3 tables, right? And it's critical that you want them to go by the 3 tables to get that information that Matt was talking about, the annual calendar, the leadership chart, and the method of paying and collecting dues, right? So what we would love it is if like you had an area where everybody had to pass through. And even if you had an area where people were kind of queuing up a little bit, that would be fine, just as long as people are passing by your tables. Because if you don't have them pass by these tables, how effective was your event? It might just end up being like a pack meeting, right? The whole purpose and the objectives here is to get some more leadership for you, to get people shared and welcomed and excited about Cub Scouting, and to accomplish paying for the dues, because that's what gets you going through the year. So remember, get that herd through these stations.
Wonderful, and yeah, I'll echo Patrick's words there that in order for us to meet the purposes of this event, we really need to require every single family to pass through these tables or these stations. We've kind of designed this into those 3 stations that you can see there on your screen now. But that second of the stations is the one where you would share that chart and get everybody to commit. So we encourage, use your space to your advantage. If you end up doing a pool party, every pool party is going to have a gate that everybody needs to go through. Set up these stations right at that gate, requiring everybody to pass through the stations. Once they've made all these 3 stops, they're able to go have fun and participate with everybody else. Along that note, this would be a good thing for someone else to help with other than the Cub Master and other than the committee chair. Let them run the fun portion of the event and have the Cub Master there to welcome and share the calendar, the committee chair to help people get signed up, and a treasurer or someone else involved with the unit to collect those dues and hand out any unit swag that you may to hand out. I personally am very excited for this Back to Pack concept, as I think it's going to be a great tool for all of our packs to help get revitalized, kick off the new year, and get ready for what can be an amazing year of Cub Scouting, following what has been a challenging year for many of us in and outside of scouting. But from all the stuff that Patrick and I are sharing, you may be at the point where you're thinking to yourself, what are going to be our next steps, and what are our takeaways of things that we need to do to make sure that we're getting our pack on track for this event. And so we have just a couple of key steps that we hope that you can follow here on our screen. And Patrick, I know I ended the share for a second. Thumbs up. Do we still see the PowerPoint? Awesome.
Yes, sir.
Well, here's some key takeaways for you. If you get anything from tonight and any action items, this is it right here on this slide. And I know I did see a chat from Monica. We will make this available, Monica, afterwards. We're also recording this evening. We'll upload that in the next couple of days to our Back to Pack website. But highlighting these key takeaways and next steps for you and your pack. One, choose a date in July. Figure out when you're gonna do this event. Across the nation, a lot of packs actually will do this in June and or July. But find the time that works best for your pack, but make sure that you're doing it before the recharter deadline, doing it before your fall recruitment. Number two, invite your district leadership. Let your unit commissioner know. Let our executive staff at Grand Canyon Council know. We not only want to make sure that we're supporting your event and hopefully being there personally, we're making sure individuals from the district can be there to support it. But as Patrick shared earlier, we want to send an email out to your families to invite them to the event. We also really want to get those postcards out to our families. That's something that the Grand Canyon Council have decided that we will do for our packs to help them promote this event. There's going to be costs that are involved with us in getting those prepared and mailed out. But we believe in the Back to Pack concept so much that we are making sure to provide that way of promotion. So we encourage you to invite your district leadership so we're able to promote it. Step number three, divide the roster and invite all of your families to attend. As you divide that roster up, make sure that every family, whether they were active in the last month of the school year or not, make sure every family gets that personal phone call and knows that this event is specifically for them to come and get re-engaged for the next year. Step number four, develop the pack annual calendar. We have those resources available, but be prepared to have an impactful year of scouting and also share with your families what types of things they can look forward to throughout the year. Step number five, prepare that leadership chart. We spent a good amount of time talking about that, but know your vacancies and be candid with your leaders or your families where you need help, and make sure that you do set that tone with them that they are expected to help participate. Last step is conduct the Back to Pack event, revitalize your pack, and have another great year of scouting. We hope all of our packs can participate in holding a Back to Pack this year. We know that it's going to help all of our packs. And what helps our packs this year helps our troops in years to come, as well as our crews and our ships. So please join us in passing the word along to all of those who are not here with us this evening, so they can get the rest of your pack on board with us to conduct a Back to Pack event this year. We want to direct everybody to grandcanyonbsa.org/back-to-pack. This recording from this evening will be posted there in the next couple of days, as well as many of the resources are up there already. We have more resources coming, so we can make sure that we are empowering all of you to have everything that you need. We also invite you to talk with your district executives. If there's resources that you feel would be beneficial for you and your pack to make this event impactful, let us know. We'd love to produce those resources if we don't already have them and get them available to everybody. Patrick and I are going to stick around here in the next couple of minutes to answer questions for anybody. For those of you who may be joining us by way of this recording, we invite you to reach out to your district executive. Visit us at grandcanyonbsa.org/back-to-pack. And we hope to join many of you this coming July at all of your Back to Packs as we help to revitalize our packs this year. Thank you very much.